Hey, what's up? El Animal in the house. I heard that Joseph Parker want to fight me in the March on Joshua-Ngannou Undercard. So I'm very happy to hear that. I'm ready. I accept your offer, Joe. Let's do it. Let's go, baby. Let's get down to business. See you soon.
It's personal between me and you, and I'm going to do you some serious harm, you big stiff idiot.
The untouchable True School Sports Empire proudly presents something the boxer games were missing. Hey, what's going on? It's your boy BT, and I came here to talk some boxing with the thousands of True School Sports subscribers. All right, so this is my latest and greatest Filip Hrgovic video. You know, I do shoot a lot of these because I do feel like, you know, he is one of the best heavyweights in the world and deserves the coverage, right? So with that being said, Filip Hrgovic recently stated that he had listened to an interview, and I think it was the same interview I had listened to, where Joseph Parker was naming like his potential plans for the future. We know Joseph Parker is coming off of a great win where he absolutely neutralized, diffused, and to a big extent, kind of, you know, I thought he'd beat Deontay Wilder more conclusively than anybody because, you know, Tyson Fury, he had to do that, you know, 2 or 3 times to get it right. Joseph Parker got it right, done right the first time, better than anybody's ever done it, right? So with that being said, I feel like it was a great win for the legacy of Joseph Parker, and his stock is at an all-time high. The perception of Parker has never been better than it is right now. Even though he's been champion in the past, he really didn't get a lot of respect while he was champion in the past because he lost a fight, or he won a fight against Andy Ruiz to become champion that a lot of people thought he lost, and then he was viewed as the weak link in the division for years. You know, he lost to Dillian White. He was an up-and-down fighter. In my opinion, a bit of an underachiever, but showed some of his potential in 2023, you know. But nonetheless, I just made the video recently. You know, Filip Hrgovic is not going to get the Anthony Joshua fight right now because Anthony Joshua has decided to cash the check, to fight for the biggest money available. And, you know, after all, this is prize fighting, so I get it, even though he said other things in the past about what he wanted to do. So Hrgovic has to go down the list again, and it's happening again. And, you know, if you look at the IBF rankings after Hrgovic, after Joshua, the next highest available contender is Joseph Parker. Now, Joseph Parker said that he would love to fight Hrgovic, that he was keen on the idea of fighting Filip Hrgovic. And Hrgovic caught wind of this, and as you guys saw in the beginning of this video, Hrgovic said, look, I accept your challenge. And he said, let's get down to business. And he wants that smoke with Joseph Parker. So I feel like that would be a great fight for Hrgovic to show what he could do, because one thing about it, it's one thing, and it's all well and good to downplay the Zhang fight, which people do. They say he lost, they say he got exposed, whatever. But it's all well and good to downplay the Zhang fight. It's all well and good to downplay other guys he's fought in his career. But one thing about it is you can't downplay a Joseph Parker Filip Hrgovic fight. If he were to fight Parker and beat him, you can't downplay it because Joseph Parker has been champion before. Joseph Parker has been a top 10 contender in the heavyweight division for damn near a decade. He was champion at 24 years old. He's fought the who's who. He's fought Wilder. He's fought AJ. He's fought Ruiz. He's fought Dillian White. Quiet as kept, Joseph Parker has one of the best resumes in the entire heavyweight division. So very accomplished. He's not old. Like, he's not like in his mid or late 30s. He's around the same age as Hrgovic. He's 31 years old. He has a whole big truckload of experience in his career. You know, I might be wrong, so correct me if I'm wrong. I think they might have fought each other in the amateurs. I think Hrgovic might have fought Parker in the amateurs and beat him, but don't quote me on that one. I'm walking right now and I'm just thinking. But that being said, stylistically it's a good fight because Parker is not like one of these modern day Goliaths. Parker's not like a big guy. Parker's not one of these 6'7", 250-pound, you know, giants. He's more of like, you would say, like the 1990s prototypical sized heavyweight, you know, 6'3", 6'4", 220 pounds, 230 pounds, something like that. You know, big guy compared to most people, but, you know, for the heavyweights these days, not a big guy, not a small guy, just kind of right in the middle. But one thing he brings to the table, I think, that will be trouble for Hrgovic and any heavyweight that he steps in the ring with right now is that Parker's firing on all cylinders. You know, the one thing we learned about, the one thing that was emphasized in 2023 in all the big fights was that activity matters. You know, activity matters. Activity will help. Activity helps a fighter be as match fit as possible, make the best decisions in the ring as a fighter. And he had 4 fights last year, and he took gradual step ups in competition, and it culminated with Wilder. So he's going to be as sharp as anybody in the world. So I think to beat Joseph Parker right now is going to be difficult. He has a lot of great experience. Obviously, the hand speed. We know he can punch. We know Andy Lee, I think, is one of the best trainers in the sport right now. You know, Andy Lee comes from that whole Emmanuel Stewart lineage, so obviously there's a lot of knowledge that Andy Lee has gained from being around Emmanuel Stewart all those years when he was a fighter and he was being trained by Emmanuel Stewart. So, you know, there's a lot of things going in the Joseph Parker favor, and I don't think that's I don't think that's an easy fight for Hrgovic. I think that's a fight where, truth be told, there's not a lot of heavyweights in the world I feel like I would be scared. Like if Hrgovic were to fight a lot of heavyweights, there's not a lot of fighters where I'd be like, damn, he might lose this one. Like even against AJ, I don't think Hrgovic will lose. I think Hrgovic will beat the brakes off AJ. I'm a little less confident about the Parker fight than I am an AJ fight because of the activity, because of the fact that I think Parker's more durable than AJ. He got faster hands than a guy like AJ. I feel like he's got a better trainer than AJ, just to be honest with you. No disrespect to Ben Davison. Yeah, it's a great fight if it can happen. Hrgovic has acknowledged the call out. He's acknowledged Joseph Parker's stated willingness to fight him. And now it's just going to be about, will Joseph Parker actually, you know, follow through with his own words? Because a lot of these guys, I've just seen it. And mind you, and I'll end the video on this note. Mind you, Joseph Parker is one of the many fighters in boxing who, let me sit down here. He's one of the many fighters in boxing who has, when last year, or 2022, I should say, when Hrgovic was trying to find an opponent in 2022, they went down the list, down the IBF rankings, to try to get an opponent for the IBF Eliminator after Michael Hunter pulled out of it. And quiet as kept, even though I like him, and he's a fantastic heavyweight, Joseph Parker was one of those fighters that turned down Hrgovic. So there's always that possibility that Parker could repeat history again and say, hey, the money ain't what it should be. Or maybe he gets an offer to fight for a bigger fight. Maybe he gets a Joshua offer to fight if Joshua beats Ngannou. There's so many possibilities, but he's already turned the fight down once. Maybe he does it again. And look, and if he turns the fight down, Parker, I'll be disappointed in him. I won't be surprised, but I'll be disappointed in him. And all of a sudden now you have Jared Anderson there sitting right behind Parker in the IBF rankings, and then Hrgovic versus Jared Anderson becomes realistic. And I got a lot to say about that, and I'll say a lot more about that in my next video, because we had a bit of a run-in on Twitter. Jared Anderson got mad at me because I was telling the truth. He didn't like that, but nonetheless, yeah. Let me know what you guys think. What do you guys think about Joseph Parker fighting Filip Hrgovic? Like, does the fight happen? And if it does, what kind of chance? Who are you favoring? You know, leave your comments down below. Make sure you guys take the time to subscribe. And like I say in every single one of these videos, you can love me or you can hate me, but I'm just a kid from Daniel. So until next time, take care, guys. Thank you for watching another video on the untouchable True School Sports Empire. For more great boxing content just like this video, click right here and make sure you subscribe. Much love from sunny South Florida.